Hello everyone, welcome to our new tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to learn how to change numeral value into a standard form. The standard form looks something like that. As you can see on your screen, these are the two types that it looks when in one the power is +5 and another one is -3. Now we're going to look into the example. We've got a large number, 235,000. We need to change it into our standard form. The standard form normally looks, as we know from our above examples, is 10 to the power of any number, and we're going to decide what it's going to be. Therefore we're going to multiply that by 10. At the moment we're going to write down 10 to the power 0, and the power changes as we move the decimal point. Now as you can see, if you look at the example, it's 235,000. There is a decimal point that comes just after the last 0 that we don't write normally. Now if we have to move that number all the way to the left hand side after 2, the power changes. Now the question is why we have to move all the way to the after 2, the decimal point, and second question is that how the power changes with it. Now the rule says that you have to put the decimal point just after the first number that is between 1 to 9. So the decimal point just after 0 is going to go all the way after 2, which will fulfill that requirement, and the power changes as it moves all the way to the left hand side just after 2. Now how the power changes, we're going to have a look at it. Now just presume that the decimal point is in here, and as it moves to the left hand side, the power changes by the number as we shows in here in yellow color is 1. Now as it jumps to the second number, it's going to be power to the 2, then power to the 3, power to the 4, and power to the 5, and the decimal point has to move all the way from after 0 to after 2. Now the power changes as well. It should look 2.3500 times 10 to the power 5, but the rule in here says that you ignore the zeros as soon as you change it into the standard form. Therefore it should look something like that. It's going to be 2.35 times 10 to the power 5. Let's have a look at another example. In this example I've already put the decimal point. Now it fulfills that. Now we're going to write it down into the form that converts it into the standard form, which is times 10 to the power 0. And here again the same type of example, we have to move the decimal point all the way after 0 to after 6. Now as we move, the power changes as well. So now the power should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because the decimal points move all the way to there. Now as you can see, the power changes as well. It should be 6.3500 times 10 to the power 5. Yes, I haven't forgot that. Now we ignore the zeros, therefore it's going to be 6.35 times 10 to the power 5. Let's have a look at another example. In this we've got 4,935. We need to convert it into standard form. We know that if you move one decimal point, it's going to move to the left hand side, then again to the left hand side, and then again to the left hand side. As from our previous two examples, you might be able to judge it very easily that it has jumped 3 numbers, that is 9, 3, and 4. Therefore it should be 4.934 10 to the power 3. Now let's have a look at another example. In this example we have got 0.04. Now when the number moves, it can't move to the left hand side. The rule says that it should be just after 1 to 9 number. So number 4 is qualifying to fulfill that rule. Therefore it has to move to the right hand side, not left hand side like the previous examples. Therefore we're going to move it to the right hand side. When you move it, the power should be turning into minus. Therefore it's going to the right hand side, so it's going to be -1 and -2, and the decimal point changes, so it's going to be 4.0 whatever you say, but you don't write down normally. Therefore it's going to be 4 times 10 to the power -2. Now our last example, in this example if you see, it's going to be moving the decimal point from the left hand side to the right hand side, and where it goes, yes, exactly, it's gonna go just after 5 because that is our first number, that is from 1 to 9. Therefore we move it to the right hand side, and the power, like previous question, is going to turn into minus. So it's going to be -5, -1, -2, -3, and -4, and the decimal points move there as well. So it's going to be 5.32 times 10 to the power -4. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next tutorial.